Eico. I don't know how you pronounce these, you folks out there. Eico, the Model 950B. This came in with a collection of TV TV equipment we bought, and the problem with this, I brought it up slowly on the Variac, but the problem with this, which really isn't a problem, is the eye is very, very dim. Okay, it works. The eye is very dim. So what I've gone ahead and done, it's a 1629. It's not the 6E5 that's typical in old radios. It's a 1629, which I believe is a 12 volt tube. So I was able to find one at a reasonable price, a used one on eBay. So let's take a look at this one, and we'll put it in there and see how it does. It's guaranteed used but good. There's people out there that just seem to be charging way too much for stuff than what it really could be going for. So they end up keeping theirs a long time, maybe. I don't know. It's packed well. White tube box. I'd like to get some of these white tube boxes, but they seemed expensive. And it's a U.S. Navy 1629. Let's throw it in the tester here and see how we do. Okay, I've gone ahead and taken the screws around the outside off. What I've done over the holidays, I saw on one of those TV shows, and I researched the concoctions, the home cleaners and whatnot. And I've gone ahead and just put a little olive oil and white vinegar together. And I've been using this stuff. It's really for furniture, but I'm just going to put a little dab on a rag here. And I'm just going to wipe this area of this where it's all discolored. While I have the screws off. Well, anyway, that's enough of that. I'll just continue with this a little later, but I just wanted to give it just a little wipe with that to see what that would do. Get back to this in a couple minutes. It does take all the gunk right off the knobs, though. Okay, that's all the wiping and cleaning I'm going to do on the front for right now, but it came out pretty good. It's probably mostly solder flux and splashes, and I'm guilty as much as anyone for this old equipment. I've realized over the years it doesn't like chemicals. Soap and water and like natural things. The chemicals and old stuff, the numbers will come off, you'll ruin it. This stuff just likes what was around back then, just soap, water, and nothing harsh, no chemicals. Try to clean this stuff with anything as natural based as you can. Take a look. This perhaps should be recapped at some point because it's all original, and that is a 1629 Sylvania with black tape to boot. Let's change that out. Now, judging by all the dust that was in here, I do believe this was a high hour set, meaning it has a lot of, it's been on for a lot of hours. That's our 6X5 rectifier, and probably should go in and recap this. I had the one you've seen in the previous videos, the Eico. I was using it one day, never recapped it, and it started burning up. The transformer just started burning up because using it all those years and never recapping the test equipment did its toll on it. And it was the main filter cap, which was a high voltage cap. That's 8 microfarad at Yeah, what is that? 525 volts. See, it was that cap right there, and I didn't have a 525 volt cap, so I think I put two in series or parallel. I believe, to get the voltage up. No, in series to get the voltage up. And I don't worry about the dropping resistors across two capacitors in series. I just put two capacitors. But now you can get these. I think you can get a 525 volt cap. That needed to be changed. That's what did in the transformer in my other tester. So the rest of them, just your typical wax. 0.25 at 600, 2 at 150. Anyway, we do have the manual that has I believe it has the diagram and everything in it. So let's turn it on and see how it looks from the front. Alright, I've applied power. Tube is warming up. Get a little light here a minute. Oh yeah, that's a nice bright. I'll center that. Some have little shrouds over them to shadow them and whatnot, but let me turn the light on there. So that's usable in this. I wouldn't say it's overly bright, but I think it's well within spec, and it is certainly better than the one that was in there. We should test a capacitor here. Let's try one out. Okay, we'll go to our capacitor stash here. Let's try this 220 at 400 volt here. And then we'll try a little 0.022 at 600. These are new capacitors. They're not gonna, it's not, I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and attach these leads here. Okay, 220 at 400, so I have it set between 50 and 5,000 here. What I'm reading up here. A little bit of noise. Let's give it some voltage. I don't know if I need. I've never used this capacitor checker, so. 200 should be around there. Okay. Yes, and the eye does open up. The eye does open up clear. Right about in that area here. Which 200 is right here. So I'll take that. Yeah, okay. And then it starts drifting off. Alright, how do we check leakage on this one? I believe we go over here. Electrolytic test. And we'll turn up the voltage here. It's like 100. I say I haven't used this tester, so I'm not quite versed on how it behaves yet. That's to me, it doesn't appear to be working properly, but that might just be me. There's the voltage down. See, it doesn't. The eye is not opening, and I'm on electrolytic test, which is red. That eye closes the minute I go over 50 volts. Let's try another cap. Okay, now I have attached the 68 at 400. 68 at 400. We're on electrolytic test. This one's opening. That's 100 volts. This cap is working. Let's go up close to... That's at 250. To 350. So the leakage is working on this tester. Let's see what it reads. This knob may not be calibrated, by the way. It likes it. It likes it somewhere around there. The controls are a little touchy, and this knob is loose. And we're on the 50 to 5,000, so yeah, it's reading. It's reading about just reading about between 50, around 52, and it's a 68 microfarad. There we are at like 68. I believe this dial is off a little bit, but okay. So we'll put this back in the cabinet, and let's check that other cap once again. That first cap. Maybe this cap is bad. 220 at 400. 220 at 400. And this is a pull off something. This cap is not new. 220 at 400. Switch over to electrolytic leakage. Now it's opening. No. 100 volts. Okay. Taking its time. 220 at 400. Let's crank it up. 350. I don't think this cap is in the best condition. Well, eventually that's 250. We'll let it sit a minute. Right after about a minute or so, that's about as high, as wide as that eye wants to open. That's 350 volts. And that's at 400. That's down to 325. This cap is probably okay. It's it does charge just very slowly. Okay, so that'll do it for the Eico Model 950B. New iTube installed. It could use a recap. iTube is usable. I think I've seen brighter, but oh, and I didn't do the little signal one, but that's it. That's good enough for now. Put this back in the cabinet. Okay, so here we have a yet to be restored 950B. I will do this paper capacitor here, or this replacement 0.022 at 630. I'm just going to check it for leakage, 630. So I'm on paper mica test. The eye is open, and let's see how it does. Kill the light here. Oh, go on. That cap checks good. 250, 300, 350, 400, and all the way up to 500. Okay, there you have it. Thanks for watching.